Greetings! In this video we're going to be looking at Spanish Ballad on page 11 of the Vol.2 of Christopher Parkening method. Now, one of the biggest challenges of this piece is actually balance. When we play an open string, those notes want to be really loud and kind of punch. And we have to make sure to balance our higher notes with the lower notes. So for example, try playing A, E, A, E, A, E. And you can notice that those open strings, if you really listen for it, are much more dominant if we use the same attack. So we have to train our fingers to obey and really produce a consistent something like that, where we're deliberately undermining that open E string a little bit. And it is something that I would encourage you to just practice in isolation. Doesn't matter what frets you play. But create little exercises in order to train your fingers to understand just how much to attack, because they need to just know. It's not like we think hard, soft, hard, hard, soft, hard, hard. We have to be able to just think what sound we want, and our fingers should know what to do. So that's kind of the goal of these little exercises, is to train the fingers rather than just learning how hard to engage. The other thing to think about is the E string. It's going to be really easy to forget about that when we're thinking about these other elements, but try to make sure that it's a significant part of the piece. It's really easy to forget about it, so try to make sure that it's still a part of the piece. Very few classical guitarists actually do an adequate job of allowing that bass to speak. The one other element that I'd really want to stop and focus on is our right hand fingering. If you want something that's didactic, then AMI makes a lot of sense. For this AMI, AMI, AMI. However, I would recommend trying a rest stroke with M, free stroke with M, free stroke with I. If we use that fingering, we can play all three notes nice and loud and really project all of our notes. But the melody still stands out. It still has a distinct tone and projection from the rest stroke. So that's a useful technique for really bringing out the melody while still being able to project your other notes, which in this case we can do very safely. So there are three tools right there. Watching out for our open strings and balancing that. Balance with our bass note. And finally, also creating an interesting balance. Really, it's an imbalance that we're deliberately creating, but we can do this M, M, I, M, M, I, in order to project our melody while at the same time having our free strokes still free to really carry those middle notes loudly. So those are some techniques you can utilize, and I'd encourage you to spend some time on it.